Thank you, Jim, for that recording. And since we've only had female guests and their opinions, it was suggested that we have a couple of male guests to be interrogated. So let's welcome Nikki and Joe. Okay, fellas, and I've heard that you believe that Paul McCartney is alive and well, okay? And kicking, okay. All right, now let's hear some of your opinions.
Well, despite the fact that there are many clues leading to his death and everything, it's really publicity, but not publicity for publicity's sake, because I think they're really just trying to screw us, because everybody's looking to find out hidden meanings in their songs. I don't believe there are any, so now they're just saying, okay, figure this one out.
You said publicity, not for publicity's sake, indicating the Beatles don't need publicity. Do you think that the publicity can be needed by these people who create these rumors, like that University of Michigan that started this whole thing? You think that they would need a little publicity? They want to get their 2 cents in?
Well, it's natural human nature to just do these things, you know. People always want to know why. They don't want to just sell things. They just want to figure out why.
They want a little mystery. Nikki, what do you think?
He's alive.
He's alive.
Yeah.
You know, do you have any particular things that you think are really
Can't keep
ridiculous?
that a secret. I mean, a group like that, somebody's got to find out that something happened to him. But somebody had to see the accident from his own.
In other words, you don't believe that it's possible at all that this can happen.
Without anybody knowing.
Okay. Does anyone, Joe?
I'd like to say that, comment on something that Pat said before, that although William Campbell was going with Linda Eastman, which is really a rumor anyway, it's a known fact that Paul McCartney was living with Jane Asher all along, and men don't usually want a girl it's very easy to get, so that could be a reason for him.
Who told you she was easy?
He was living with her.
Yeah, that.
Use your imagination.
Well, I think holding hands they didn't do. Okay.
I thought they were so innocent, but you know.
Innocent?
Yeah,
Not really.
they just hold hands down the street. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Does anyone else would like to add anything to this?
Let's take them to the road to the cemetery.
Take them to the road to the cemetery. All right. So as we have seen, a lot of this is based on rumor. Nikki?
You got something to say about him turned around?
Well,
We're referring to the Sgt. Pepper album, the reverse side, when Paul McCartney's back is toward us, whereas the other Beatles' faces are toward us. You want to get this in the camera?
well, it really has not much significance with his death, but let me borrow your pencil from him. If you notice here, you have to look at the lining on the jackets, the front and back of the jackets. If you follow George's like this, straight down, across, like that, you get an F. Now,
Stop right there.
should I stop or should I?
No, go ahead. Let's see.
Now, one reason Paul McCartney could be facing backwards because they need a U, which is plainly on Paul McCartney's back. And if you follow John's arm like that, it's a C. And on Ringo, you have a K right here. And that spells happy birthday.
Okay. Well, what do you think that suggests?
That suggests that they're a bit obscene. No.
That's why you wait.
No, it could be a reason for him turning around because he didn't have a U on the front of his jacket.
Okay, in other words, he's contradicting the fact that Paul turned around because he's not really Paul.
This could be
Pure coincidence. Okay, thanks a lot, people, for everything you've donated. And, okay, we'll be right back.
WBCF Television in New York City.
We will continue for a short span on last-minute thoughts concerning our topic. Jack, our man in the audience, has such a has such a thought. Jack?
Yes. Paul McCarthy's bar claims that everyone has just one part in their head, which can be covered over, but will never change. Now, Paul McCarthy, before and after his death, supposedly, has the same place with Paul. Thus, it can't be a different guy. That's my
What about if the impersonator happened to have a part on the exact side?
Nobody has the same part.
Nobody has the same part. Okay. All right. That's a pretty valid point. And does anyone else have anything?
Well, yes, I do. Well, like say, we were speaking about before when, you said that Pat, or whatever it was, thinks that this is only coincidental. Actually, I can see if it was just like on one album or like one clue in a record, or, even a few, it would be all right. But like, say you take Abbey Road, like, they say it's a cemetery and, John's supposed to be mourning, Ringo's the Undertaker, Paul has no shoes on and that's how they're supposed to bury people in London or whatever. He's the grave digger and on the Volkswagen there's 28, if you live to the 28, so on and so forth, like, go on forever. So that's what I'm trying to bring out is that, I could see if it was on a few things or a few, there was a few clues in other words, but there's too many things on too many records and everything, and what, I want to end off saying is that I don't think he's dead, but there is something behind this because there's too much of it.
Okay, that's a pretty good point. And I want to thank you immensely, Roxanne, Joe, Nikki, Pat, Lucille, and Barbara. That is, if you really are the genuine people your names indicate, and not impersonators. Okay. Next week we'll have a discussion on these impersonators as our guests. Okay.
Don't forget to watch Houdini tonight.
Yeah, Houdini's on tonight. Thank you very much, and good night.